right. Bow. Back on. I don't know what the hell. All of a sudden I'm talking. He was saying some good shit. I don't know for how long. You know, gosh, dang it, man. But my board froze up. But we are back. Let my mama know I'm back on. Everyone back on. But shoot. Let me know if you can hear music and me. Boom. My music and me. It's a great song by Nate Dogg. Okay. So, and sometimes, you know, it's like that here at the Hyder Pub. It's like that at the Hyder Pub. We got Harry's drinking again. People coming in and disrupting, fucking faulty lights. You know, sometimes we don't pay like the light bill, so the dance floor music just stopped at like 9 p.m. People are mad, but they keep coming back. All right, I'm here with Psychotherapist, Mr. Shannon Morrow.
Dude, check it out. The lime. So this is a lime. And check out the color of it. Because this thing behind us is also about the same color as the lime. Mm-hmm. This big green sheet is lime colored, and it's weird. It's not picking up the color of the lime.
Nope.
That's trippy.
Nor do I don't have weed in this grinder. Nope. I'm on probation and I ain't got no weed in this grinder. You can't see shit. I ain't on probation, mother. But yeah, we're back up, ready to go. Let me go ahead and over here Facebook, make sure sound. It's not a show unless we, but yeah, we're back up, ready to go. Let me go ahead and over here Facebook. Music's good, everyone's good. So before I noticed that, man, I was asking, you know, when you got into the marriage and couple counseling. Now, is this in the last 10 years? Were you already married? Did you already met your wife when you
in grad school?
Okay.
I recently started the program.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at the time you were married already. Okay.
I had a first marriage that lasted about 10 years.
Okay.
And then after divorce, I was single for a few years, and then I entered grad school at 39 years old, 40 years old, really. And that's, and when I met my current wife, I was, 39, 40 years old. So,
would you say, like, is it good to be married and be a family marriage counselor?
Yes, of course.
Or
yes.
Could you be like a single, like, player kind of dude and be a good at your job, or no?
Yeah, of course. If that single player therapist was like really skilled at, you name it, any of the modalities, EMDR, right? And he could just drop people in and really get people to work through their stuff. Like, yeah, of course, there's plenty of good single therapists. For me personally, it very much informs me my own experiences, of course, you know, and past experiences, you know. It is experiential learning, really. And that's a lot of the program. My grad school here at UNR, it was mostly experiential. It was just fucking, they threw you in. First semester, you're working on each other. All the other noobs just started the program. Second semester, you're working on those ahead of you in the program, and it's just therapy, just doing your reps, and you're learning so much because it's all being very observed, in fact. And then they throw you in the Downing Clinic, the program I went through, and those are all video recorded, actually. So the professors watch the videos, and you got a lot of good feedback.
Okay.
So, grad school, it was, of course, it was fairly arduous, and it was nice to clear that hurdle. But then it was 3 years of internship.
Wow.
Yeah, so 3,000 more hours, man. Then it got real. Like we, as if grad school wasn't hard enough. Then it's like, oh fuck, like it's every week, weekly supervision, group supervision, and by then we're like, you know,
Wow.
right into our new. Most of us in agencies working with some hard populations. It's hardest right out of the gate. You're kind of at that first rung, and you got to do the heavy lifting.
It's like I thought going to like massage school. Hell, I think I got 1,200, 1,300 hours overall. They say when you 10,000 hours, you're a master or you're a professional.
Yeah.
When you do something. I'm trying to get 10,000 podcasting hours, right?
Oh,
so we're gonna say that's when you become a master. But in the grad school and the sessions and all this stuff, it seems like you've already put in. I mean, damn near 10,000 hours and listening to people, also speaking to people, like giving whether advice or like, would you say that's accurate? Like you have your 10,000
close. That's 3,000 plus that.
10,000 hours, y'all. Martial arts.
I'm just getting there, man. Maybe not quite, maybe barely, right around there.
In your line of work, like being a listener, like is better, or I mean, like say like I'm trying to get the feel for your personality, very laid back, very chill. So would a more egocentric, out loud, like they, someone who likes to hear themselves, wouldn't be good, or like?
Oh, this is such a good question, man. Here's the thing, like, yeah, that's this gets very personal very quickly. That is one of my greater growth areas. It's like letting the energy come this way, because some of us who are fairly enthusiastic, we just like, we get an idea or a thought, we're just like, oh wait, I see something, like, hey, but like even to like, damn it, oops, sorry, I just interrupted you, right? Sorry, like no, you nailed it. Listening, letting the energy come this way, please.
Right.
That's just like,
that's the
dropping in, being very receptive. But then you start to get that idea, you start to like, oh wait, but no, this is, and sometimes that can be useful. It's a balance. But for individuals such as myself who are fairly enthusiastic, like that has been one of my greater challenges and growth, toward just containing myself, letting the energy continue to come this way, just taking it in, and so it's really developed me as an individual. I mean, with my daughters, with my spouse, with my friends, like it's quite the skill to just like drop in and allow for which, like, yeah.
Well, and I say that because I feel like, well, at least people that are close to me, they say, what I like about your show, is that you allow your guests to speak. Or even when I feel like I may have not given the best interview, I guess one of my positive or more positive critiques is like, I can be a ham. I guess I pick and choose, but I really listen in real life. I'm pretty patient. And I feel like most of my life, man, I've hung around older people or known older people. One of my best friends, Ray, of course, he's 20 years older than me. So I've always listened, even as a young man, like when I was kind of like wild, I would still like, I always listen to my elders for sure. Or at least listen to what they had to say. I don't like a lot of my elders, to be honest, like the ones who don't deserve,
Thank you.
Right. Because a lot of the elders are fucking pieces of shits. But doing this, and then listening to other speakers, I hear, and then I'll read comments too, and I don't ever want them to be too much like, yo, the host needs to shut the fuck up. This was a good interview, but he doesn't know when, and
that's a skill that you've developed as a host to similarly like keep that balance. Yeah.
And I think that comes naturally though, man, because I like to hear myself, and I always have this motto. I don't know where I got it from. I think it's my quote. I don't know, but I just always say like I always speak when spoken to, or if spoken to. Like I'll always like no matter what, even if I'm just like whatever, I'm not even in the mood. I might not say shit. I'm not the most personable when I go out. I don't always like. I'm not gonna engage with you first. But I mean, a lot of time, of course, you're my customer or something, you know. But generally, it's like if you're just like, hey, how you doing? Oh, how you doing, sir? I'm well. You know, I'm always gonna speak back to you.
Of course.
And then from there, I just fill it out. But I like to listen more. And then when I was growing up, I moved around a lot and stuff, you know, and a lot of like I knew I wouldn't be here long, so then boom. And so I'm very guarded in a way. But I always let the other kids talk because they expose themselves. And even when I'm the most like insecure or something kid struggling with my identity and self worthiness, I would listen to other kids and I would actually see through the bullshit. And I'd be like, oh, like Jerry, even though he's like the cool kid right now, like Jerry's actually an insecure little bitch like me.
Yeah, that's a skill you developed early on, man. I didn't develop that as much, man.
Excuse our language tonight. We're trying to be nice.
We are very nice. I bet that you can cuss and be nice at the same time, right? Like, shit, man, that's a nice shirt.
I was gonna go with the red. Guess.
Nah, I like your choice, man.
No, this is my signature look. You know, when I do shows by myself, sometimes I'm in my underwear and all I do is throw on a shirt.
I'm glad you're wearing pants right now, man.
You know, but it's just like, hey, top up. But I would like to get a sponsor, Men's Warehouse or something. You know, just like I want to wear a nice button up every show. Every Thursday night, I want a new shirt.
I like button ups.
Button ups and polos.
You were punking button ups at the bar the other night. Whitey with all fucking buttoned up and shit, right?
There's some button ups that they don't look good, like on people.
You know the button ups I don't like that are way too like. I love the shirt I just commented on it a minute ago, dude. It's clean, man. Yeah. We don't need fucking extra plastic and shit. No. Like, it's harder to find. I found so many good shirts, except like, nope, you got these fucking 2 plastic buttons right there, buttoning down the collar, and like, I don't know. No.
And you never button them all
I've
the
cut
way
mine
up.
off. I've cut the buttons off, and then I just got these little like.
Yeah, I love a button up. I like a polo. Like dressing up for me is like polo and slacks. And some nice dress shoes. You know.
Shoes, man.
Dress shoes, or like penny loafers, or some nice slip-on Stacey Adams or Calvin Klein's. Yeah, very good. This is my kind of preferred message. I didn't forget to say, you know, we didn't forget about Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is still the official sponsor of Harris's Drake It Again. It's just, it's so good. I'm letting it age, you know, over time. And I like Hendry. I like gin, bitches. Hey, I'm sorry. I like gin. And whiskey and tequila, you know. All right, now, I know the show we're a little over the hour mark. I don't know. How do you feel about doing like a mock kind of therapy session? I'm questioning if I should maybe bring my girl out here and even like okay. So marriage and family. So how many of your clients are you doing couples at the same time, or is it ever like, okay, the husband want to come in for a session separately, and then you probably do dual,
as long as I keep it neutral, as long as I keep it well balanced, like I'll start seeing a couple, and then often it can be beneficial to see each of them for one session individually, and then bring them back together. Of course, like everything we talk about is fair game. I'm not keeping any secrets, you know, but it can be useful to separate them once in a while.
Do you, like when you do separate, do you find a lot of is there ever like the wife that's like, you know, really just kind of going in on the husband, or the husband that's like, okay, now that my fucking cunt wife is here, you know, she says, but he don't have the balls to like tell her in the session?
Man, you have wisdom. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even though I'm like, hey, no secrets, anything you say in your individual sessions will be fair game. Well, I might be able to talk about them, but then like there's some stuff that's said. I'm like, oh hell no, I'm not gonna like. Oh, they
Right.
start kind of venting about the other, and you're just like, oh no, that's not gonna be useful.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I at my discretion, of course, and there is other things that come up that is quite useful. Yeah.
Okay. Is it so? There's those couples that like vent about each other. Is it like what are the type of problems like when a couple goes together? Are they trying to figure out say they're already going to church, and whatever they attend church, they coach, they work, typical kind of American folks. Are they there to because he cheated whatever a year ago, they're trying to work over it. She maybe her mom is too in their relationship and she's controlling all the kids and like, are they there to, how can we get our, I love my mother but she's just destroying our relationship? Are they there to answer those problems, or is it like
Yes.
more marital cheating, like, or
It's so everything you just described. What we learn is systems theory. It's fucking fascinating, man. It's like that's what was such a good fit for me. It's like, oh, like it's just the dynamics between these entities, and entity can be almost anything, right?
yeah,
Like the marriage is an entity of itself, and so why did he cheat on her, right? Well, there. So if you just look at everything as kind of relational, like what direction things are moving, and well, when space is space being created, or what direction are they moving with one another, right? There's the common withdrawer pursuer dynamic. There's what they call attachment theory, which I have a evolved theory, but yeah, it's mostly systems, and so family systems, whether it's the dyad, the parental dyad, like but kids, parents, it's like once you begin being able to see more the systems within which we exist, like it's like, oh well, it starts explaining some things, and it's very theoretical, but there's a lot of clinical, like, oh, that worked, oh cool, like when you can start seeing it and start kind of assisting them and adjusting it more the direction they want it to go, how they want things to be. It's fun work. I feel very blessed to have found my purpose, if I may say. Like, dude, like this is, yeah. I feel very blessed to, it's to be in purpose. Yeah.
actually making, like, you truly feel like you're in some way or capacity you're making a difference, like
Yeah.
whether given, do you feel like maybe you've ever stopped either a husband from killing his wife, or vice versa,
No,
like because of one of your sessions?
No,
like, you feel,
no,
like
not,
that?
nothing that extreme.
or a
no.
wife like that was like gonna poison the fuck out,
No,
the next 8 weeks,
no.
but
Let's not kill one another.
because they went to your session, like maybe they had
Uh,
somebody to vent to that didn't happen, or pretty,
at most, I'm helping these married couples who are kind of sometimes on the brink of the marriage ending to start just like, whoa, provide that neutral space for them to come to and just start looking at some things. And it's very useful to like ground out the yin and the yang, actually, both either side of the entity, of the relationship. Yeah, it's because when they have like a neutral third party, they can just, not referee, I don't like that word, but just like, again, it's just kind of being the ground. And then they can have conversations that they cannot have in their kitchen when it's just the two of them. When it's when it's just the two of them, bang, 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 bang.
Yeah,
but they kind of like, oh no, I kind of understand what's happening here, and now you're being observed. So you had like, no, like I am going to correct some things if things start, and it's just it's this nice position I have to facilitate their conversation, man. I in a way, like my job is improving communication, right? I like, because so much is about communication. So and that's the energy, and
anyway. I just texted my girlfriend. I said, baby, you want to come out? If not, it's totally fine. But if she wants to, because I don't know. But I feel like we could benefit from this because like, we can't communicate for a shit, man.
Oh no! What?
Nah, man. I'm talking
Come
about.
Come on! I just observed the two of you communicate. Like, hey,
like we can, but like when we, like, it would be interesting, but like, cause like I feel like my things, she might have a different thing of what, and I know she kind of does. I know what she don't like necessarily about my personality, but she like deals with it and stuff, and I deal with like whatever her things are.
That's
But we have this very, because and she's like a Latina woman, like she's pretty feisty. And they talk back a little bit, which is what I like and I don't like. I to be honest, ladies, you need to be more submissive as a fucking whole.
So how do you create this?
Okay.
So then what do you need to be?
More domineering.
Bam.
Dominant.
Thank you. Masculine, right?
Yes. But but there's the rift. A lot of women out here, they don't like this. My mother hates the word submissive. It's like, oh, I would never be submissive.
No. If someone's fucking punching through, breaking down your front door, and fucking who's grabbing that fucking baseball bat? Who's the one fucking going to the front door, right? Yeah. Like there's like which generally the stronger of the sexes, genders, who would bigger comparatively, stronger comparatively, so yes, there is a dominant aspect of masculinity. Can that be okay? Like, come on, we want that. They want that too. Femininity is so superior to masculinity in so many other ways, but it's not even superior, inferior. Come on, yin yang. Come on, man. Like, it's just like, light and darkness, right? So it's heads and tails, man. It's if
I consider my feminine traits of my masculinity side, like I'm really in tune to. Okay, how about this? Like as a father, I think from a father to a boy, dude, I could be hard and stern on my son, but for like a father, I would say I'm pretty nurturing. Like, I can see this, and comforting.
Man. Yes.
And then I enjoy like decor. I used to want to be in interior design.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying?
Similarly, we have so many things in common.
I like
one's environment, the energy,
settings.
like dude.
Yeah.
The light, the sound, the temperature,
plants,
the
candles.
Dude, like it's
So and that's not the most masculine thing, right?
We all have masculine and feminine. Let's begin with we all have masculine and feminine within us. We have both sides. We are not so determined just by the gear we're born with, right? Like a little bit, and let us men embrace our feminine side, if you need to call it that. Like we can be very nurturing as fathers. We are very nurturing. Nurturing is more of a feminine trait, right? And so similarly, women can be so like, what's the masculine trait? Aggressive, right? Holy moly, I've seen some aggressive women, right? That's generally considered a masculine trait, whereas nurturing, and if we like, good, we need someone at times to provide and protect, and we need someone at times to nurture and care for. Men crave that. Men need the feminine, not some woman that's like, we're equal. I can be as masculine as you. No, stop.
that's
Please
a turn
don't be
off for
masculine as us, man. Please.
And I would say that's like kind of like a small turn off from, you know, like overall, I guess in my woman, just in the general sense, like I would tell like, girl, like, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a certain way that like we talk to each other, bro. If I get too loud or you get too loud, it's like we're men, dude. It's like, what's up, bro? There's only a certain level because we respect each other as animals and creatures, and like, and then I don't know. There's just something about women who like, especially once, you know, they talk back or they think they can hit you and shit, and it's like, you can only do that if you like, motherfucker. I'm telling you right now, God, you know, keep your fucking hands to yourself. Type of, and I don't have that necessarily. Well, actually, she does abuse. She's strong as shit. She's mean. But at the end of the day, no, it's just like, you know what I mean? And so it's like, but there's some women that they don't, I guess, like that role, or
yeah, and you like, I don't, yeah, I mean, again, we all got it within us, both sides, right?
Yeah,
you know, we masculine, feminine, they like left and right, east and west, right? Give and take. You cannot have one without the other. They rely on each other. They define each other. Everything is.
Did you have both
right?
your parents growing up?
Yes.
Two parent household. Can we talk about like that for a minute?
Yeah.
Like, you know, what's obviously you're in your kids' life. You're with their mother. You're married. I mean, how important like is that? And then what type of?
It is important.
Like for me, and this is out in the open and stuff, man. Like I love everything that I have. Okay, but like my seed is the glue to like me being here around everything I do. If there was no kid involved, I don't know where the hell we would be, to be honest. Like,
that's common. That's natural. That's how it goes.
And then there's some men that they could just make that choice, man. Hey, fuck it, bitch. You know, see me in court, see me the check, I'm out. I'm not built like that. I'm not built like that, bro.
Nah. There is strength and, you know, like power benefits in like you just described, even seed, right? Like blood, family bond, man. Like, oh Jesus, we have the same ancestors. We are man. Like these are my children. These are my grandchildren, right? That reproduction, man. Like that is one of the most powerful forces that drives us, that sustains us. So and like most all biology, right? Most like it is to continue.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to. You know, I would like to die with Wilt Chamberlain numbers, like sleep with 10,000 women shit before I die. That'd be dope. Or at least like 750. That'd be fucking tight.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm like maybe like 600 and 700 off. Who knows? But I do not want to die. Like I have this thing, like, you know, and a man's energy and stuff, and as I get older, I mean, yes, men, you should be just more careful of like spitting out your seed, man, for real. Like, if you don't like to protect that shit, become a master poet artist or get fixed, whatever. I don't know, but as I get older, like I don't want to die and then like have like multiple women that can claim me at the end of my life, like kids with multiple women, like yo, I got 6 baby mamas. Like, I don't want that for myself. I don't want 6 women fucking crying, gawking over me, or 4, because 2 of them probably gonna be like, I'm glad the motherfucker's dead. But I just want one, and of course everyone is entitled to a do-over or whatever, a second. But like,
come on, man,
like
come on.
You know,
what if you could have 20 or 30 or even 50, right? What if you were, dude, this is.
Well, like
heard throughout history, like, what if you are the man?
Yeah. Well, like,
and you just had your
like Genghis Khan shit, whatever.
Dude, concubines, man. Like you had your.
I have thought about this. Like,
can you imagine?
Well, I don't know if I wouldn't want a father that many kids with that many. See, so there's something to me.
Why not? Why not? Why not?
I would want like, bro, like 7, like, or like 5 main ones. Like if I could do 5 million or whatever, it's like that just seems for the kid and for the bond. It's like you need like one, like I can't have 30 baby mothers and then 30 fucking kids. That's just crazy.
That's
just
thank you.
It doesn't. It's not natural because first of all, even if you got 2, at some point, all 3 of y'all could coexist within the same living confines.
What if all them baby mothers wanted that? What if like, oh dude,
7.
Please.
I'll do 7 max.
What if 700 all wanted your seed?
No.
You have 30, 40 years.
I don't
you
want
could
this.
Easily like propagate, right? What if you had 1,000 children? What if you had 1,000 children?
Okay, what's the max of women? How many women will it take to produce 1,000 kids? Like realistically, like say if like say like I've heard women that have 10 kids, which is crazy.
Bro, you could probably fuck like at least once a night. Take the weekend off 6 times.
That's too many kids.
5 times a week.
I would not want that.
Dude,
no,
that would be a lot of kids.
No.
What?
I want like no. No, what I'm saying is they cannot all get the seed. I can do with 700, 7,000 for show. Not even penetrate. I'll do some things. I'll be happy. Trust me. I'll be like a second grader. I'll just grab your boob. Okay, next. Grab your boob. Next. Thank you. Okay, yeah, okay. Take her to the back. Boob. Next. Goddamn. 654 more. Okay. Patted her on the ass. Cup.
No, man.
Next.
You're on a mission.
I just like, because I think about like the bond that me and my son have, right? It guaranteed if I had another kid right now with another woman, like I'm gonna live with one of the women.
Yeah.
But he's gonna be my firstborn. Boom. If I get another one, there's no way, just as a man, when I'm trying to work, make money, be creative, and then go play fucking catch, football practice with this kid, there's no way a man can, like, you can still do you, but it's not the same. Like if you have like one kid, one child, one mother, maybe 2, cool situation, but like I don't know, it's just not enough time in the day to like I'll be like hurting. I'll be with one, but still part of me gonna be hurting because I'm not with the other one.
There, man, and
then I'm with this one,
character,
and then maybe these 2 are cool, but then I got both my boys, but then the third one, I'm gonna be pain, man. I'm gonna be in pain.
There it is, man. Thank you. There it is, right? Like, because if one were to have 1,000 children, they would not have a father, really. Right?
No,
they would not have the bond. They would not have right. And so, quality over quantity.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to. So, what you asked about earlier, I'm very fortunate to our family of 4, like my wife, our 2 children, like it's so good, man. It's so groovy. It's like perfect. We're just, it's fucking perfect if you have to use that word, like, but it feels that way. Like we're just tag teaming, you look at, again, systems theory, like, this is how this somewhat informs my own work, but yeah, man, it's table for 4 in the car, and it's, we each have our unique relationships with each of our daughters. They each have their unique relationships with each of their parents.
Yeah.
And it's so fun, man. And I feel, again, just like, thank you.
Yeah. Right? And you have a what, 5 and 7 again, or how?
10 and 7.
10 and 7. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, perfect. Like,
yeah.
You know what, man? So there's one thing I regret of being a dad already, and it's like, and it's not knocking her up again and giving my kid a fucking sibling, bro. Like knowing what I know now, I was so fearful of and we were kind of arguing just on the fritz. Like I was still I'm still not all the way mature, but I was like even less mature 10 years ago for sure. And I was so freaked out, like, oh hell, and I ain't gonna fucking get another one, blah 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 blah. Man, to like, and I know I probably would have hopefully a second boy, but either way, a big brother, like, I'm like, man, because I just that's the only thing. I can honestly say that it's too late. It's not too late, but for that, like, have a 10, a 9 and a 7, a 5 and a 7, like two boys or a boy and a girl. Like her big brother is like 2-3 years older than her. That's fucking perfect. Carrying around, helping her get dressed, throw her in the car. Like, let's go, man. Get your sister.
Like super good friends. And except when they're just screaming at each other.
But that's honestly one thing I do regret. It's like, fuck, man. I should have had like another kid, because I didn't know how the joy of being a dad. I didn't know. I didn't, and I was the only child, so
I was gonna ask,
what the fuck?
And,
so it's like, you know,
all good,
and
man.
I was cool,
right?
Right,
that worked out.
I was, you know, but I'm super creative because of it. I talk to myself. I make up a lot of friends. That's why, like, I don't even know about some of these schizophrenic, and you know, they said I had bipolar 2, whatever. But fuck all that. I think, because I talk to things and people all the time. I make up, like, I have whole movies in my head. It's crazy.
Yeah, man, creativity. Yeah,
like the CIA, the NSA, when they're looking at me through my camera phone. Oh yeah, and they see what's on my search browser. Huh. Yeah, they're like, fuck, this dude's a fucking freak. I don't know why they haven't came to me with, like,
they don't give a fuck about people like us. We're the least of their concerns, man.
Okay. Would you say we'll close out here a little bit, and going on 9:30, you know. Goes by fast here on the Highland Pub, man. I could say this probably won't be the last time, man. You know, hopefully you come back or we get you in the pub again.
Yeah,
definitely. Because, you know, it's always something different, and then once people feel your face, and then someone from the J Resort, one of the cocktail waitresses said, "Yay!"
Oh, yay!
You know, nobody in the chat, everybody being shy, of course, but it's all good. It's all good. Podbean's quiet tonight, but I'm happy. I'm happy, and then thanks for getting my mojo back. But before we wrap up and stuff, okay, so we 2-parent household. We did talk about just the importance, right? This is a question though I have, and I get a lot. Now, I've already made my choice. I don't give a fuck. It's really about my kids' happiness. People can say what they want, but this whole thing of, you know, we've tried it, whatever, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, but one of the parents or both of them, they stay because of the kids. They stay because they have this complex in their head that it's better. Well, you know, like, where do you fare on this thing? Because in my experience, 9 out of 10 fucking people say, "Nah, man, you gotta do it. You gotta make you happy, because if you're not happy, the kid will see you're not happy." Blah 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 blah.
The family's so important, man. Like, you know, I mean, thank God the kids kind of keep us together sometimes, man. Like, it's because we get sick of each other. We like it's partnerships are effing like real deal, man.
So you're more pro, like, hey, like, that's where I'm at. I mean, if it's like my shit is our shit is cool, especially compared to what she's grew up in, what I grew up in.
Yeah, right. Thank you. Similarly, man, I got it really good compared to a lot of these other relationships that I'm witness to.
Like, I see motherfuckers really fight and beat each other and still go to bed with each other.
Yeah.
We ain't doing none of that.
It's intense. No, man, it's nice having chill. Just like, hey.
Pretty much, yes.
Dude, it's so good. Just like,
And from my perspective, because, man, I don't know, being adopted, what have you, not knowing, like, my blood, no blood growing up. Just in the back of my head, I always knew I was adopted and stuff. So there was no, like, I didn't freak out and find out and have a breakdown. None of that. It was just like, I look at myself in the mirror. Okay, I'm a black kid. This is before the N-word and all that shit. Black boy. They just call you black boy or whatever. Basic shit. And then some people would be like, "Who's this Mexican kid?" or something. I'm not Mexican. So, you know, I just trying to find yourself. I'm like, damn. And then my mother would have, of course, these white guy boyfriends, or whatever, stepdads, and they were like not cool ones. Man, the coolest dad I ever knew. Shout out to Walter Lewis. I don't know, Kendall, wherever the hell you are in the world. My best friend, childhood friend, Kendall Lewis, his dad, Walter, was cool as shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, to me.
Good.
Because he was like tall, kind of had a beer belly, but he was still hoop.
Yeah.
And he was just cool. And he worked at the weather station. He was tight.
Yeah.
And I remember him, man. So shout out to Walter. He's probably going to be in his 60s by now. Because he was actually a young dad. He was 38, at least in my head. Really 30 years older than me. So he's probably like 68, 70. But anyway, Walter was a cool ass parent. I always thought Kendall had the coolest fucking dad. Like he was just cool. And but anyway, I know the importance of like and then yeah, man, that's why I gotta be a day one dad. I don't know, there's just something about it. And then when I'm allowed to, like my woman keeps loving me and
when you're allowed to.
Yeah, like allowed to be a dad, be a father. No, because you know why? Because
who allows that?
Honestly, man, shout out to these women because look at the court system. All they gotta do is go to the damn court and poof, man. 70% is gonna favor the women. And look at even me smoking weed. And there's some attorney out there, some situations where if I had a spiteful baby mother, that's why if I had 730, fuck all that. You're gonna be in jail for sure. They'll be like, yeah, he's smoking his weed. He's an alcoholic for one. The attorney's gonna be like, Harris is drinking again. He admitted to doing drugs on his podcast. He therapy. He's psycho. He drinks. He smokes. That's clear. He is in no shape to be in his father's life. I mean, this like the fucked up thing is they can someone could actually frame this valid, and I'd be fucked in America. But because the love and just like, and this is why I have my cake, I have my ice cream. I'm a very blessed man. I don't know. Even the shit at work I get away with. I don't know why I I don't do nothing crazy, but it's just the way I move. Other people cannot move like that. And I have that. Yeah, I have that mojo in the universe, bro. Yeah. I really do. Like, and I'm not a complete like psycho of a man. I have like a porn addiction for sure. Cause like I want to fornicate with women, and I suppress that. No, Mr. Moore, I suppress it. And I think a lot of men do.
It is suppressed. It may be like
I tried to
the
suppress
suppression
it.
is coming from like
I was at the grocery store today, and I still had to tell my girl. I said, "Babe, I ain't gonna lie though. I seen 2 pairs of feet. I had a feet fetish, man. Seriously, I said, but baby, I said I seen 2 pairs of toes that I would suck on. Okay, but I was, and I said one like chest." And I looked down at her feet, but her feet were busted, but she had a nice rack. And so I tell my girl this kind of shit because that's me. Like I have to be able to, if I can't like talk like there's no talking with the guys. And then she comes home. Well, Steven, I have to go because, my wife's home. No. It's like, yeah. What about that chick? Yeah, she's like, what? No. He's telling me about some chick he hooked up with. I don't know. Like, I have to have that. She allows me that. She gives me that.
Yeah. So, we are in healthy partnerships, man. Like, dude, yeah, of course we are. Right. Yeah. To be with a partner who like is secure enough in themselves, like is like that is among the foundations of my work is like, oh, hang on. You're good, right? And you're good, and just like no, stay there, stay there. Like, but there's so much they get themselves in trouble when they start paying way more attention to the other than they do themselves. Like, no, wait, you do you, stay in your lane, like, and just keeping that healthy space in which to connect, man. Because that, like, when that space is lost, then it's just, thank you. It's just like, I mean. We've all heard the word codependency or whatever, and let's not even but it's just it gets too close, a little too enmeshed. It people when people start losing themselves and then just trying to, oh well, you hurt me, or you made me feel this way, or don't think that, or what are you thinking, or it's just like whoa, back off, man. Like it's, hey, settle into self, you're good, and like to provide for ourselves, not outsource a lot of that, um what is it, love and attention that we can provide for ourselves.
Oh yeah. I mean, and so you don't, just based on like you said, the small interaction, meeting my family, and just what would you like on a outside looking in? Would you say like this dude is pretty healthy, whatever situation, or like
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and generally like say like energy, right? Let's say like if I was an abusive man, let's say this. Let's say that I had some dark secret and we're this crazy abusive couple, right? And like when the cameras go off, I smack around or whatever the hell, or the kids were like, do you feel like that's something that you could, even in your line of work, like you can recognize, like say like a monster kind of trying to hide?
I'm not going to pretend that I could recognize that.
Or like, or do you ever sense like that going on in a way, but you have to just be like, you know what? Or
I haven't sensed that much.
Yeah.
Like, no,
just more so.
Yeah, I like anything. There's both sides, and I take things at face value, man. And while that serves in many ways, at other times that could be like, hey, not the best approach, and I mean, while also when we discover discrepancies, we're like, oh, wait a second, wait, I thought you said, and then like you're just like, hey, wait, and then seek understanding, right? And it's interesting to catch clients in lies. I'm like, wait, what? Like I thought, but, and you're like, oh, interesting. Like I'm a very honest person, overly almost to a fault, and so it doesn't comprehend for me that people would be that deceptive. And I just like, cool, I'll believe you, great, until like, wait a second, and
until they show something in their until they reveal themselves.
Okay.
I don't know. I always like I'm not on the. I don't generally like cops or whatever. I'm not a defund the police guy. We need police, and all this stuff. But then being a hip hop head, I'm like, fuck the police, NWA. But I feel like I would be a great detective even, or something, because I attract, like I guess people like weirdos. Like I whether I'm looking for something like say narcotics or substances or not, I can go out and get that shit. Like whatever it is, I can create. I can throw on a nice button up. I can go do a little this, but I can like blend in with like the underworld pretty good, I guess. And I feel like reading energy, maybe if I was in your line of work, I'd be sitting there like, I don't know. I think I might even be too. I would do it like I'd listen, but then I'd be sitting there like maybe looking at this guy's mannerisms and the way he's like his knee keeps moving. I'll be like, this motherfucker's like an ex-heroin addict for sure. Like he's like a meth head too.
Don't make assumptions, man.
Right.
Don't make assumptions.
Like
we don't know, man.
Right.
Keep it in the moment.
Yeah.
Man.
No, I feel like that's why I can't do it. Because I'd be sitting there like
you're super perceptive. You're super aware of energy and things, and there's a lot to that. Like recognizing what's going on.
But that's why I should be a detective or something. So
and you just allow for it. It is what it is. But yeah, like you, detective. Like, oh, what does that mean? What can? Yeah. But no, I just stay more present with it.
Like I'll be like looking like every time this guy says, "I love my wife," or like she brings up the axe, he clenches his fist, or like the gland in his neck starts. Like I kind of
it's not that as much, It's proprioception, man. Or that proximity really. Like so. Yeah. It's subtle too. So when you're working with a couple and they're sitting side by side, so I have this cool little love seat, right? This 2-person, and most of the couples I work with, they'll sit beside each other facing me, and man, it's so
Harry's
interesting.
drinking again.
Yeah, just even they're very, yeah, when they, who turns toward who grabs toward who, a lot is in the communication, of course, who speaks over who takes the lead. Like, it's all just, again, systems and energy, what directions are moving, and you start to kind of like, oh, of course, find patterns. And once you start identifying those patterns, and like, oh, whoa, and then in time, like, present it to the clients, like, hey, like, seeing this, and because once they have more awareness, then there it is, just gaining awareness of self. And we all are doing that individually, while also we can do that within our partnerships, we can do that within our communities, even within our society.
I like that, man. Yeah, you. I'm not much of a public affection guy. I have a problem with that. Honestly.
Oh shit! So when I put my hand on your shoulder, like, you're like, "Hey, man, no, that's a little uncomfortable for you."
Well, I was cool with it on camera. I was gonna tell you, but since you brought it up, I generally don't like people tapping me. No, that's
shit! See, I'm
you're a
sorry
tapper.
about that.
But see, do you see how patient I am, brother?
Thank you and I also.
But I was gonna bring that up just after the show. Like, hey, man.
No, I'm glad you brought it up on the show, because I need that brought to my attention. I forget. See, we assume too many people. Often the other people are like us.
Yeah.
And
no.
Yeah.
No, like, say, like,
thank you.
Well, because I guess I'm in my comfort zone.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. No, but like, if we were like out, like if I didn't,
and if I put my hand on your shoulder, you'd be like, like, a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, like once or whatever. But like, like especially when I'm talking to people, and there's those dudes, like, hey, yeah, bro,
start tapping.
It's like, but if we're like out, I had to tell my
that is fairly intrusive.
I had to tell my brother this too. Like, hey, bro, like, stop tapping me, dog. Like,
not a little much, man.
Because, and it's just I don't know. Well, and also to me, hey, man, this is being a straight male as well. There's certain men, that's how they bait you.
Oh no!
Like, if you just like, say, yeah, man, it's my little bro. Like we all, like, you kind of son somebody, like, you go up and give a motherfucker a head. Like, some dudes are just kind of, and then like in jail and shit, those motherfuckers, like, that's who's getting taken advantage of. So like, you just in malehood or whatever, in fucking sports, it's like you gotta eventually. It's like, hey, man, or even like patting on the ass. Oh no, I think we talked about that.
No.
It was another shout out to John. I didn't get John on the show, but I think we brought this up. In sports, man, I one time a coach, he went and I blocked. Nice. And like his wrist or something, and I was just like, "Hey, man, like, stop tapping me on the ass."
Fucking ass, dude! Isn't that annoying?
I never was ass tapper. If anything, I am a shoulder or just a head bop.
Yeah.
But no, it didn't. Yeah, I was gonna still be like, "Hey, man, just in general, I don't like tapping." But see, I'm a patient guy, and it's not. I don't feel threatened by it, obviously.
No,
but if we were out or something,
it's me being intrusive upon you. And it's not cool. And thank you for bringing this to my attention, because like, there's plenty. I don't appreciate it when I'm getting tapped. So why the fuck am I tapping others? Like, oops.
And what I've noticed,
this is where I can. Please.
Well, what I notice is in the bar setting, like a lot of like times when people drink, they do it. I don't really notice it anywhere else. Like in a,
it's when we loosen up.
Yeah, it's like a thing when you're like, hey man, that's the only time I see it, is like in clubs or like mute settings.
Yeah,
when people have a few drinks. But myself, so I'm awkward, dude. I'm not even a hugger. I hate to hug female coworkers and shit. I want to do some things to a lot of them, but like I don't like to let it be known. So I let girls know, like, I'm like the dude, like, even if and respectfully, like, if I meet you, whatever, like, dude, I'm like I always just read energy, hopefully a handshake.
Oh shit, I did it again. God damn it.
But see, that's a habit.
Thank you for bringing this to my attention, man. Yeah. But that's a habit I'd like to break. Like that ain't cool. Good. See, this is
This is therapy night rants, man. This is where
See?
it's like and look, I was completely honest, even though I was holding my true thing in. Just I wasn't gonna bring it. I'm not gonna be like, hey, motherfucker, stop tapping me. It's not that
and
serious.
You went there. You're like, hey, and I'm like, thank you. Right?
Yeah, but I'm not. I'm not. Oh, you brought it up. Well, I really. But like, that's what the show's about, man. Yeah. And in a bar setting, this is what like real topics.
This is real.
Yeah.
Can I get a beer?
Oh yeah.
Or, I don't know, like where you are at time wise. I'll clear a couple of these empties.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, go grab a beer. Do you still want to go for? Because
I could go a little longer.
Okay.
If you're all right.
I'm all right.
All right.
If you're gonna go a little longer, I might send the link out. We're gonna get John on.
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll see what happens in the pub. You want 2 hours? Ain't shit. You need 2.5, motherfucker. So John, if you out there, man, I'm gonna send you the link. I sent the link out to Wendy, a few other people. This is the gentleman's website here, Mr. Shannon Moreau. Moreau. I don't know why I can't get that shit. Moreau. I like Moreau. I just call you goddamn Moreau. And maybe that's just like the slang in me, the ebonics, right? That's the Tanner side in me, Mr. Moreau. Yeah. Hey, yo, Mr. Moreau. Hey, yo, can I go to the bathroom? And you're like Darius for the 15th time this shit. It's Mr. Morrow. Wait. Morrow? Or yeah, like tomorrow. Jesus. Okay. I see. Looking at it. Tomorrow. But I like Moreau.
I think it's spelled different.
But yeah, man. Let's see what we got going on here.
Do you need anything?
No. Oh, good. I still got my gin. I'm gonna pop a blue cheese all in my mouth. Let me add a guest.
Yeah.
See if Jonathan wants to hop on here. I would like shout out to Tone Motivate. I never reached out to her in time to get anything popping, but let's see. How do I gotta do this? Gmail. Yeah, we can go to even 10:30, whatever. If I would just you just kind of let me know.
You're
8 to 10.
I'm good. Yeah, you're right. I did say I thought it was going to be a couple hours, but it's your show.
We can wrap up to 10:30. No,
10:30. Okay, let's 30 minutes. Yeah. 10:30. We'll wrap up.
You get 2.5 hour show.
Perfect.
And I don't want break in your first time. It's like, but you don't want to overdo it too. But like, that was a lot.
Too much.
You don't want to be burned out. But
maybe we should call it like, fuck it, we're good. I'm out. Thanks. See you later.
I will say I got your website pulled up, and there's I'm gonna promote a little bit, or if there's anything like specific. Okay, let me ask you this though. Wait, website. So I don't have a website yet, and this is something I need to get for my business. Where is this like a GoDaddy's type of host website, or did you create it from scratch? Like,
yeah, not scratch. I wasn't writing code, but I got the domain, and then I, with help on actually Squarespace, built the website, and it's as basic as can be. It's so simple, but the cool thing, they have a good blog portion of it, and I haven't gone live with it yet. My website is just like, here's a brief description of me and a photo, and that photo is so outdated, as you see.
Yeah, I clicked on that and I did.
That's a little outdated.
I don't know, to be honest. Like, you kind of look older there.
Cool. Okay.
In a way.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like you look like some prick actor that I seen in a TV show right there. I don't know what kind of show, but like, you look like one of those like, dude, you fucking dented my Porsche, you asshole. Right. And it's like, you're like, fuck you, man.
Yeah, I'm very whitey.
This guy here,
man,
with the the hair and the scruff.
Yeah.
That's a
yeah.
cooler guy.
Thank you, man. Good. I
This
knew
guy's a prick. I don't know.
yeah, fucking prick. Don't see that dude, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I keep that photo up. Oh,
Oh yeah. Yeah. I got similar through fucking through the Podbean. You know, shout out to Podbean. I got the just where they can go hidapub.com slash Podbean or podbean.com slash hidapub. Whatever the hell. Let me see. Got a little thing here. It's that they. Oh, we got John in the building. All right, salute John. Yeah, we'll get John in here. 10, 15 minutes, and then 20 minutes, and then we'll wrap up. Play some music, wrap up, 10:30, and hopefully have this gentleman home safe by 11. Shit. Little wind down, got some water,
You
just
think I'm going home?
crashing the couch. We got 12 beers, man.
This is Reno, man. It's 24 hour.
Oh, see, I don't know. See, I'm trying to keep it civilian. He's saying he wants to go to the casino afterwards, guys. We're going out, baby. I've actually been staying away from Legends Bay. I want to tell a quick story. I've been a regular for almost a year now, around the corner, Legends Bay. I'm a third tier.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's very close. I'm third tier. I'm an elite member.
Damn it.
I go in there. I tip well. I never cause no trouble. Last week, a ghetto trailer trash woman, and she knows who she is. She got very combative with me for no reason. She went from 0 to 60. I moved away from her initially. It's on camera. She comes. She switched up. I'm talking about bipolar like a motherfucker. And actually, I looked at her. I said, I'm like, wait. I'm like, whatever, Jay. I was like, Jay, are you serious? I was like, wait, you're actually upset right now? I'm like, oh, fuck. And I was downhill from there. Before I could even gather my shit, security's like, hey, we're going to have to call it a night, sir. This and this. And I'm like, dude, whatever, man. I get it. But I'm like, I even told her, I said, you serious, man? I can't finish nothing. I'm like, I didn't cause anything. And she's like, I don't know. But I hate those situations. So I took that as a sign from the universe and the Lord and Jesus. I'm trying
God. Don't forget God.
God, yes. That's 4. I know. God, Jesus.
No, there's
universe.
way more. Oh, sorry. I touched you. Fuck. So
it's all right.
Dude, one of my favorites is Source, right? The divine, right?
I just like to say universe, but I feel like most people, that's where the Christian color. Let's get John in here. That's where they're like even though I'm not a so-called Christian, like the Christian, I even have this Christian guilt because I'm like, if I really want to feel Christ, bro. Like, and I've only felt the Holy Spirit when I did DMT. And most Christians would say that's not even a valid Holy Spirit because I had DMT.
That's when you really connect, man.
Yeah. But those Christians will never have the experience that I fucking had. So I don't know what to say. Coming to the stage, we got I call him White Boy John because he hasn't given me a name yet. Well, I'm so racial. I don't know. I like being racial, and you can call me fucking Oreo Harris. I don't give a damn. So coming to the stage, where we just talk shit and vibe here at the Haida Pub, episode 129. Reno John in the place to be, cigarette in hand. We got American Spirits. We got 805. We got Bud Light Platinum and Hendrix Gin, cocksuckers. Yes. I gotta fix the camera angle here. My co-worker John here.
That's 2 for 2. You missed your old intro already. The Saints and Sinners welcome.
Yes,
different intro.
Yeah, no, that's the new motto. But yes, all are welcome at the Haida Pub, bro. Sinners and saints. I want to serve to the priests. Actually, fuck the priests. I want to serve to like the pastors and shit that like still come in and have like steak dinner with their wife, and I want to serve like the bikers that come in and like do blow in the bathroom and shit. All right, so We have it all here at the Hyder Pub. How you doing tonight, man?
Hanging in there.
Mr. Morrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I've seen him in the J before. Yeah, no, I work with Dakota. No, I've seen you in there, my friend. It's good to see you. I've been watching the
yeah,
show
man.
for a
Yeah,
while
thanks
now.
for
I've
joining
been
me.
seeing some
Yeah.
of what you guys were talking about already. So
Yeah.
It's been John himself. I mean, you know, we go through this, man. Is there like anything? Why we have a therapist free of charge? Actually, I paid for him to be here. Jeez,
No
so
bullshit, man. I brought so much fucking food. That's so expensive tonight.
it's a fair trade. It's fair trade. But why we have a therapist that's willing to give his professional insight on the barter system that we so naturally fucking did. And I wish more people would go back to that. It's like, by God, like you did the other night. Thank you, John. John ordered a Wingstop for us the other night, and I appreciated that.
Yeah.
So see how the exchange of people, what's it called, symbiotic, like that's a lost art, right?
It's not that lost. I think we're still doing it every day.
Okay, but are we doing it as aware as we should, or is it like we're doing it but we don't realize it, and we should hone in on that more?
Maybe, yeah.
Like,
yeah, I think it's occurring quite regularly, very naturally, and maybe we aren't as worried. But again, so much noise from up there, like, and it turns our attention away.
Yes.
But like, if we keep it real, man, we just see it all around.
Yeah. Oh, I just remembered. I forgot to tell you one dozen eggs in the text.
Oh, I forgot your fucking eggs. God, I even put them in a carton. I forgot them.
But
I'll bring them by the J, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I'll send you home with some wool or some yarn to crochet a blanket with. That's how the bar system works.
But I don't crochet.
No, that's for the women to do.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughters are actually pretty good at it. They enjoy finger crochet. They can do it. It would probably be hard to make a blanket, but
oh yeah. Before I get lost, do you have any questions or anything, man, about your own relationship or anything you want to throw out there, John, or anything you want to get off your chest? This is Therapy Night Rants. What's your rant of the night? Who pissed you off? Who did something? What you want to rant about?
no, man, it's not such a bad day today, honestly.
Right.
But kind of like Mr. Shannon was saying there, grounding is a hard element, no doubt. Like earlier in the show, I heard some of what he was saying. So it's like, I think that's the thing. The word he mentioned inevitably was facilitate. Like, so how we ourselves can find ways to, how do we deal with this subject or not address it, or if, others refuse to address it, and it becomes more, the need, so it comes from someone else. Like, I kind of get where he's coming from, because all of those kinds of differences and the complexities of where someone's at in their relationship, kind of like, again, how you might identify with where you're at this point with your relationship with your lady, as you were speaking on, everyone's a little different, I don't know. Like, I feel like I definitely am doing damage control at this point in my life. Like right now, like I'm trying to, just make sure I'm really aware of what's going on, what I'm present as much as I can be for my daughter, and
Yeah, it's good.
a little stressed out because, I have her for my usual overnight. She's here with me now, and she's actually doing just fine. She's had a great day, and she's, asleep and doing her thing. She'll be leaving early in the morning. Normally, I'd have her for the rest of the day, just about until I go to work. With the schedule and everything, and this and that and all. But she's going to be going out of state for another trip to go see the other side of the family. She's going to be going to Arkansas, so I won't have her for a week. So I'm already kind of like, part of me like wants to like use that time, and I'm telling myself now, like, oh, I better use that time for this and that. And I'm like, honestly, I feel like sleep.
You're tired, man. Yeah, just
like sleep.
Rest. Yeah, good.
Like, I just want that recharge now at this point. Like, honestly,
that's a good sign. Single
I'm
parents
also missing the crap out of her already, and she's right
already.
I'm like, I
I couldn't imagine, man. Oh my goodness, I couldn't imagine. Like, that's hard, man. Ah,
Yeah, like I brought up earlier. There's and if you want to describe it as such, but like there's that like a pain, even when you think about that, right? You're like in the
Like
morning,
you were
how she's
saying, yeah, even with my daughter right now,
she's
whenever she's away, it hurts.
like,
Like I can't
yeah,
imagine like me not like, you know,
yeah, and you know, because everything's out of your control, and you don't know,
ah,
and as a man,
I've had my, and
it's
honestly, I
hard.
don't want to get into too much of it, but I've had my doubts with what the direction looks like right now. But again, again, inevitably, I work with my baby mama's parents, and that's just about where it's been at. And it's like, honestly, like we're all just trying to do what's best for her, my
uh,
daughter. And it just like, again, it just kind of sucks that it's like I feel like sometimes I'm not maybe there's little things I could bring up, like, oh, I'm not being maybe considered as much in certain things, like if I can't even get a say in, if nobody's really letting me know what's going on, which is a legitimate concern. But like, I am kind of like, I told everyone in the beginning, like, I don't necessarily want somebody else to do it for me. You know what I mean? I'm not like you said earlier in your show. I'm not built that way either. You know what I mean? Like I fully intended. If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna be there. This is part of
oh,
what I'm
how
gonna do,
hard,
and
man.
I'm gonna
Oh,
passion. I'm gonna do not just for me, not just for a significant other, not just for my kid, but because that is my, me, as one of the things also mentioned earlier in the show is to be evolved, to like, that is the way reproduction works, right? Like I want my family to be extended is more maybe what I should say, like I want to look at my family and say, look, this is where I want to go with them. You know what I mean? And
yes.
find somewhere that suits a little better. But it's like, in reality, it's like, you know there is a lot that's kind of all up in the air. It's kind of all over the place. And I'm just like, honestly, I'm finding, like I say, the I guess best thing that makes sense is that wording I said, like doing damage control. I'm like, am I really making the best decision? Like, even if I started to,
Caution,
like say
caution.
kick up a
No,
storm and make kind of demands or something, or go and go to the courts and make things a little more difficult there, because then that adds more to come into my life at this point. Do I
that's it.
really want to do that?
You said demands and difficulty, man. That doesn't sound like damage control. And even damage, like, so on the contrary, like what you are doing right now, she is asleep in the other room right now. You have been with her all evening. You got her down. She's asleep and safe. You are caring for your daughter, right? That is like, well done, man. Like that is like you're in it right now. You're doing it. It's like that is well well done, man. It's yeah. See, again, where like just look at like like
To
you're well done, right? Like
Yeah,
this,
I mean that's the first thing I picked up in our conversations
he
too
cares,
at work.
man.
Yeah,
He cares about his daughter. He's taking care of his daughter. How hard to at times then be apart from her and not have that control and be missing her and not being able to care for her. But then when it's your turn, bro, and it's your turn regularly, like ta-da, you do it full on, man. Thank
like,
you.
yeah, really, it's
I,
like I kind of feel like me and Dakota are very alike in the sense it's like to not feel like we, as the person we're trying to be, the person and the way we're trying to, like, it's that whole, how we're gonna, roll with this, if you will, and see how we can, you know, see how things end up playing out, kind of thing, which is a good thing. It's the adventurous side of things, like especially with your family. If you're like, hey, I just want to take us and go do something randomly, like, it doesn't necessarily need much thought into it if you can make something of it, but it's just like the scary thing is like not feeling like you can steer at this point necessarily, like knowing you're limited in what
we
and
are
again,
limited. We,
I feel like every time I'm at work, sometimes the most I get like kind of like irritated or or a little like, kind of anxious, if you will. Like I hate like kind of being away from the house now as much, because it's like if I can, like again, it's more like I wish I had her more. Like I wish there was more I could do, but again, there's just, it is in a fashion right now that is at least sound for the most part, which is good, but it's just it is kind of like it's fragile. And it's like this has been a very difficult process for me, and I'm trying to understand it from multiple points of view, from concerns, that are involved for reasons that
Yeah, you can only do what you can do, man. Like so much of that is like for all of us, just out of our control. And when we can't control it, like, well, I guess this is all I can control here. So just turning our attention to like, oh, great. Like it's here it is. That, for me at least, that really helps like, like bring
like
me
it has definitely been my motivation for sure, because it's like, it's why I'm trying to make enough happen, more or less. I'm really trying to apply what I need to try and get, my own place and be able to have her more, like it's just, life is such a weird mystery too, for
it's,
being, as beautiful as it can be pretty ugly too, and
that's
it's just
life
like,
and death,
it's
man.
also just, it's all that one strange trip that it's like you never had before, that you can't, seem to get off that road, every once in a while, where you're kind of like, it's like a delirium, like a delusional sense, like you're kind of like, whoa, is this really happening, you
Ha,
know? And it's
that
like,
is a good question. Well,
you
that's
realize how much you really don't have control in situations, sometimes. And so it's like, you know, it's interesting knowing, like, I definitely find, more time to think outside of myself, is what I think keeps me more sane than not.
outside of ourselves. Thank you, right? Instead of getting too like, yeah, there's balance and yet
Like,
being able to.
because I feel like that, yeah, you can get lost in all kinds of the details no matter what. And it's like, I kind of was like, I don't know if he saw Dakota here saw my post or not, because I hit a little comment or whatever on the earlier feed that came on, because like I said, I was watching the show earlier with you guys on it just tonight, and man, like that whole, there was a couple moments there I feel like, got a little dicey for you guys in the topic, because it's like, I know how Dakota is, man. He's charged and ready to hit higher levels of
High
controversy and
frequencies.
things like that. He wants to go to
Oh,
different
shit.
realms on
When you
people.
say dicey, do we say some shit we should have said?
No, I wouldn't say nothing out of the ordinary necessarily, but no, I'm just saying, like,
The
yeah,
race, the
he
race.
catches me off guard all the time. Is all I'm saying.
I felt like I was pretty good. I'm pretty PC.
Oh yeah,
Nah, I talked about making 1,000 babies.
Yeah, you did. I kind of felt like he was trying to like bait me into like getting like, because usually I'll be like, yeah, I want to. It's like, no, I definitely wouldn't mind like humping 1,000 women, but I do not want to father 1,000
Thank
fucking
you.
babies. Fuck
Ah.
that.
Nah, yeah, they wouldn't know their father as well.
That's wild. Even if you were a millionaire, billionaire, there's no way.
Nah, the relationship we have with our children, right?
If you had like 7 kids by one woman,
I mean,
that
if you
would
could
be
keep in the
bad.
household.
That would be badass.
Like, yeah.
And you were actually still with her, and she even let you have a little side bitch. She look, if you give, I'm sorry, this is where we gotta get a little controversial at the end of the show, whatever.
Time is. Oh, we got 10 minutes.
If you, first of all, ladies, I don't know. I don't know many men who actually want to be just with one person. It's not not
natural.
even.
Sorry,
We're not even made up like
that's
that.
silly.
So we can say we can play all we want, but like, even if you give a man, hey, you can have a side girl, whatever. Just like, I don't want to know about her, or if you do, maybe you guys are. Maybe it's your sister.
No,
Like, fuck it. Maybe just like you and the sister, fuck this dude, and just be happy.
what just happened there? What just? Whoa, dude!
Man.
Whoa,
dude! 2 sisters who love each other
if
and
they
love
were
the
cool
same
with
guy.
it, like
That's
you'd
like
have
the
to be a
best
hell of a
situation.
dude, man. yeah.
Hey, no, okay.
I don't
So
know.
flip it though.
Feeling.
I don't know.
So I have I have two half brothers. The one half brother, we done some like choo choo train stuff together, whatever, some weird shit. Now, with girls,
Thank you.
with one and with one and with two, and oh frill, and I always said, hey, bro, like I'm not gonna. It was gross when I think about it now, but we used always just say like, hey, if I did have to like, we used to always say, bro, we should just meet our perfect scenario would be if we find two other girls, preferably sisters or best friends, but they're cool.
No.
And we all like live in a duplex. and if we had to swap, like I would want to swap with one of my bros though. Like
that's too close, man. Too close.
Yeah.
Sisters or best friends? No, they would have to not know each other until like their only association would be that they're your women, right? Yeah, because otherwise it gets too entangled.
Okay, what about like a compound scenario, real fast? I say I have I got some acres of land, and we're out there, we're making money, we got the water well, whatever. We're living off the land, and I'm chilling, but like, but you have say 2 or 3, just women that you can take care of.
Yeah.
They all know, they have separate rooms, the whole 9.
4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8.
Okay. But like you're for that, you're pro that.
I'm not. No, slow down.
Or
I'm not pro for anything.
Well, that's not like bad, right?
It's again case by case, man. It depends who each of these individuals are.
Oh
right?
shit, yeah. Okay, how about this, gentlemen? This is gonna be like the closer.
Yeah.
Since I'm a father to a son, I don't give a damn. You both have daughters.
Yeah.
Let's say your daughters in 18, 20 years, they're first boy, like husband type guy.
Seriously.
Whatever.
Yeah.
He is very like come from decent family. Like he owns land, and she, whether she has made herself one of his or she doesn't know. I don't know the scenario.
Gotcha.
But she brings him home, daddy. This is who I love. This is Connor, and it's like. But let's say the scenario is he has 4 other women, but guess what? I'm paid for. I'm this. He actually treats me good.
Great.
Like, would you be for that?
Are you happy?
Okay.
Like, are you? And I could tell. I wouldn't even need to ask her. It's like if she's thriving in that situation, if it's good for her, great, right? Like, yeah.
I think John got scared and ran him off. He's like, hell no, fuck that. No, just kidding. Okay, that's interesting, man.
My bad. My phone, I slipped and pressed the wrong button. I was trying to hear you. So anyway, you were saying.
Well, so yeah, and your daughter's grown. She brings
I think it's called polygamy. Polygamy.
Whatever identification. Yeah, your daughter comes home. She brings Connor, whoever.
He wants to go marry a dude that's like a polygamist. How would I respond?
Yes, like she's taking.
I'll probably say you out of your goddamn mind. Like I'm probably gonna lose it. Like I'm sorry. Like. I'm not too convinced on No, I'm pretty big on misogyny. Okay, like I'm sorry. Like there's a reason why I should.
But okay,
it's translated a specific way for a reason.
Interesting. Okay. See, you're a very good guy. See, you literally fall under the category of a good man. Like you're one of the few.
Like I can understand why people want to do that, and I mean, like I can understand for other people if that's I'm not trying to judge. There are couples that again.
I kind of envy that shit, bro. I really do.
Like like I don't know. I'm saying me myself, like I kind of agree with where you're at. Like, and I understand you're talking about in your sense you would like maybe a little more freedom. Maybe if you wanted to go over, still look over here, do this over there. You can still do your thing. I get that's your more. Probably main prerogative at that point, but for me it's like I think the thing we both agree on nonetheless is that like if I'm gonna have any amount of kids, period, like so if I have just this kid and that's all I ever have, like I better at least be doing all I can do, and that's the thing is I intended to from the very go. I did want to have kids, like honestly I really wished for a son. I still wish I might have if I have another chance or if it were to happen, like if my next kid were to be a son, that would be kind of trippy. That would be cool. Um, if it was just coincidentally, like, because again, I'd be happy either way. I mean, a healthy baby like my daughter was, and everything, seeing her grow thus far, like I'm very pleased with everything. And that's the thing is I just like I wish I could say like I'd get more out of this experience, and the only thing I wish I could do is I wish I could just get my shit together, find the assistance or do what I got to do to basically secure my own place, and whether I have anyone else in that other role or not at this point, which is kind of what I'm looking at, which is like not to some extent, at least I can still provide the right atmosphere for my daughter where I don't have to necessarily continue to go the route which is letting my baby mama's parents kind of do everything, because I'm kind of very uncomfortable to some extent with
They're not doing everything, man. They're not doing everything.
certain facets of, but I mean we're all very evenly it's a hard feeling. Like, I'm sorry, it's not that I say that out of rudeness at all. It's just there are certain little you know factors that just feel like I just don't want to feel like I'm getting railroaded either.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. Hey, we're gonna slowly wrap up here the show. I appreciate you for coming on, man. We'll get you on next week. I'm gonna be live tomorrow, but I got an interview with Daigo. That's gonna be a solo thing, but then I'm gonna come back and do some weird Friday night stuff. But see if you want to be a part of that or whatever, man.
All right. Well, enjoy the night, guys.
All right, Reno
Thank
John,
you,
man.
John.
Peace and love,
All right.
brother. And,
See ya.
we'll see you, man.
All right, guys.
He's part of the Haida Pub. He's one of the members here, locked in, grandfathered in. All right, grandfathered in here at the Haida Pub. Don't forget 1-800-662-HELP is a national drug addiction hotline. That's 1-800-662-4357. If you, a family member or a loved one, know of anybody that's struggling or anything like that, going through it, give that number a call. Yeah, 24 hours a day. Also, a cold shower and a glass of milk. And just put on some smooth jazz, some Kenny G or something like that.
No.
And chill the fuck out.
Water. And
Definitely some water.
yeah.
But some milk right away.
Kenny G. I don't know.
You gotta get that. You gotta get the water. You gotta put on the rainfall sounds on the YouTube. Something to level Zen music.
This stuff. This is a little more.
And definitely just these low instrumental beats. That's the wind up song there that I do. And then I go to this for whatever reason that this button stop.
That fucking thing.
Yeah.
I mean, effing thing.
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be funny to have an F counter and be like, yeah, we tried to limit it and we counted about 60 F bombs.
We did pretty good.
It's all good.
We're limiting it.
But yes, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I just want to thank everybody. This has been episode 129 in the archives. I mean, literally 129 means Thursday. I don't label them no other way. We got the off the cuff shows, all the other shows that may have been done, but literally 129 Thursdays, and you're part of it. So
yeah, thank you, man.
Next week 1:30, you're welcome. Shannon Moreau. Tomorrow. Hey,
Harris, Dakota Harris.
Yes, man. Thank you, brother.
Yes.
I hope I did justice. He is a licensed professional. Also, I didn't give a disclaimer, but I will now, and I'll put one on in the beginning of the other shows. We're gonna make clips out of this and the whole nine.
No, don't make clips. No.
A clip or two. You had some drops, man.
Don't
you
take
had some
shit out of context, though.
No,
man.
no
Okay.
clickbait. Make them seem like
Oh Jesus! You can make me seem however you want it. That's
do you think? Can you? Okay, before I do click off the live, and somebody just tuned in, bro. Can you tell that story of why Tahoe water is the best before we get out of here, bro?
Best is a big word. I'm not going to say Tahoe water is the best. It's really fucking good water.
Why you told it very impactful. I would love to just make.
It's just we're lucky. We're like fortunate to be here in Reno and Washoe Valley, where Our
to get
water,
a little closer for this one.
There
you go.
Yeah, our water comes out of Tahoe, right? And that water in Tahoe actually hangs out in Tahoe for more than 500 years. Like from the time it melts off the mountain and hits the lake. And on average, it hangs out in the lake more than 500 years before then it hits the headwaters of the Truckee, flows down. They got the reservoirs and all their, and yet you turn on the tap, like we have water coming out of Lake Tahoe. Yeah, and it is, yeah.
And Pyramid Lake is one of the only terminal lakes.
Yes. Truckee is very unusual in several regards. It's a pretty special little river. Coming out of a place like Tahoe, going to a place like Pyramid, like what? Like this, it's actually flowing more northwardly, which is very unusual. And to land in Terminal Lake like that, to not reach the ocean like most rivers, like it's pretty special, pretty unique. And that's our drinking water. And so, yeah, one more reason, Reno's so cool.
So fuck bottled waters.
Don't drink bottled water.
Screw BPA and the whole big pharma, big water.
Don't buy
Dasani,
that shit.
Aquafina.
No. They gotta ship that. They gotta process. They gotta fucking bottle. Like no.
J Resort water, Legends Bay water.
No, we got the best shit coming out of our tap, man. Just if you need a filter, we filter ours. And anyway. Thank you.
Well, you heard it, man. Yes. No, thank you, man.
This is fun.
Dropping that knowledge bomb. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you were, entertained. Honestly, first and foremost, entertained. I'm not, one day I'll get my suit and
hey, this is just entertainment. Don't know the comedy, man. Don't take any of this shit serious.
Pretty much.
Just kidding.
People, hey, go to Brother Ray's channel, talk, teach truth. No, seriously, be enlightened and everything. One day I'll get there. My shit is like entertainment. And I mess around, we fuck around, and we get loose. And I hope everybody that comes on the show, we say, like, I hope you just feel a little bit lighter.
Yes.
In whatever regard. You don't come on this show and if I know, like, bad energy, stay away from here. It's just like, and lighter to me means like kind of like just being free, like talking or maybe saying something that you never said on a platform before. The alcohol and weed really helps with that. Hell yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. That's a whole nother topic. Spirits and weed. Stay away, kids. All right. But ladies and gentlemen, we're getting out of here.
Tune in next time.
Yes. And I'll be back tomorrow night, Daigo. Thank you for everybody that did tap in. Podbean, I see you. And we'll get to you. But YouTube, Harris is drinking again. I still got my God bracelet on from Life Surge, never taking it off. Sinners and saints are welcome because we're all mixed breeds and mixed bags. We'll see y'all next week, 8 p.m. for TNR episode 130. Harris is drinking again. Ciao. We out.
That was fun, man. Thank you.
Harry's drinking again. Pubcast.